Welcome to Your Generation. I'm Ted Bryant. We're doing our program for the first time from the beautiful Jenkins Estate in Beaverton, Oregon. I hope during the program that you'll find something of interest to your generation. Some historic and some nefarious activities have occurred beneath the streets of Portland, Oregon. Jeff Thomas will explain that during a tour of Portland Underground. I will introduce you to about the most Irish shop that I have found in this region. But first, Krista Bryant, during Junior Moments, explores the craft of wooden boat manufacturing.
Hi, I'm Krista Bryant. Today on Junior Moments, I'm at Schooner Creek Boat Works to see how boats are built. Come on, let's go sailing.
Schooner Creek Boat Works has been in business since 1977. The founder of the company, Steve Vrander, he's been building boats at Schooner Creek since 1977. Grew up building boats in his garage with his father, and was a real traditionalist. Really what got him going was traditional sailboats, ketches, schooners, stuff like that, and the name just sounded right to him. You know, Schooner Creek Boat Works. For years they've built a lot of high-performance sailboats, race boats. We've gotten into pleasure powercraft, little river launches, little dinghies, sailing dinghies, anything from, 8 foot to 100 feet, power or sail, yeah, sure.
Some of the names of boats I've seen here are very unique. Have you ever wondered how a boat got its name?
The names of boats have always been very important. It's a lot of thought goes into names of boats, and usually it's the owner comes up with a name. Typically, you hear a lot of female names given to boats, wives, mothers, relatives of owners. Through the years, big ships have been named after queens.
What kind of boat is that over there?
That's a trimaran. And we call it a trimaran because there's 3 hulls. There's the center hull, and then 2 outriggers to 2, out hulls. As the boat sails, it's a sailboat. You can see the mast is laying on top. Yep. As the boat sails, one of those hulls would come out of the water, and it just kind of got away from a sailboat needing to have a really deep, thin keel to hold it up. The 2 hulls give it its stability, but you get a lot of room on deck with there's basically 2 trampolines on each side, which is always kind of fun. Big sun deck, and they go really fast. These right here, these 2 rolls are Kevlar, which is what bulletproof vests are made out of. And it basically just comes on a roll. It's golden in color. And it's very, very difficult to cut with any kind of scissors or anything. Again, I said it's put in bulletproof vests. It's just laid up in a, basically within the jacket itself. We use this in impact areas on boats. Lots of times we'll sheathe the bows with a layer of this so that any kind of a log or any kind of a floating object that might hit the boat is likely to bounce off as opposed to break the boat.
So how do you cut it?
Ceramic scissors.
Oh, wow.
This is all mahogany, and this is aspen that's been inlaid to look like pinstripes.
Oh, neat.
Isn't that cool?
So what's that little opening thing like?
Right there is the engine hatch. That hinges up, and there's an engine that sits right there. And then there's a back seat and a forward seat right there.
That seems like a car.
Yeah, it looks like an old vintage automobile, doesn't it? Yeah. Just vintage styling in the hardware and the woodwork, stuff like that. I wish that they still built boats like this.
After they build a boat in the warehouse, how do they get it into the water?
There's many different ways that you can move boats around. It's very complex to move a boat. It's a very tricky situation, really. They're all different. You know, it's a weird shapes. You know, sailboats have big keels on them to keep them upright when they're sailing. Power boats are flat and real pointy at the bow. So it's a real trick to move boats around. We use what's called a travel lift. The old shop used a big boom crane, which is basically just a crane with straps that lifted the boats, swung them out over the water and dropped them in. We've got two travel lifts here. One is a 30-ton travel lift and one is a 60-ton travel lift. So they can pick up and move quite a heavy piece of kit.
I've learned so much here at Schooner Creek Boat Works. As you can see, the work they do is absolutely amazing. I hope they launch this boat pretty soon. I want to go sailing. I'm Krista Bryant. See you next time on Junior Moments.
If you'd like to learn more about the kinds of boats which are built at the Schooner Creek Boat Works, you might want to stop in at the Center for Wooden Boat Building in Seattle, Washington. Senior citizens face many risks, and we'll learn about one of them during the Safety Zone after this break.